Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Ascending Souls Journey. I am Lorianne, here to give you messages for the last 2 weeks of July, a little mid-month mini, because changes are coming through for every single one of us, and it is either going to move us in a positive direction or a negative direction. And I will be traveling over this time, so I wanted to make sure that I have this up for you guys so you have something to look at in case I'm a little late on uploading the weekly videos. But I'm going to start working on monthly, and as we look at the last 2 weeks, we're going to see how it rolls into the very first week of August. Now we are looking at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Pisces, and this is who you are today, whatever you're experiencing today as we move forward. You may have just come out of a ending of some kind. This could be a job loss, a relationship, and for a lot of you this is absolutely a transformation inside of you. If you really embrace that Scorpio side inside of you, if you have that in your chart, most definitely you're going through this, but I feel a lot of us are overall in general. We're starting to see that whatever we believed in, not necessarily everything, but pieces of it, may not have been applicable, and that could be the transformation and the ending of that situation or that thought process. Whatever it is, you are letting go of something and getting ready to move into something amazing. We have the Knight of Swords, and this is about intellect. This is the creativity inside of you, the ideas popping down, but it's also about an opportunity or a person that may have flown in right as you are transitioning out. So they may be in your life right now today. It could be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. However, it is something, an offer, a person, or an opportunity that flies in out of the blue. So this is actually kind of exciting in some ways, because this is going to test your intellectual whatever you gained on an intellect level. In the automated system, if you're in business, it's learning about all of the AI and all of the new technologies that are going on. So it's like you're going to be tested for some of you as you roll out of whatever it was that you used to think about. Air represents our thoughts, and for a lot of you, it's whatever you're thinking about. And if you look at the horse, it's going that way. It's going in the past. So it's almost like you're coming through and transitioning and saying, yep, don't need it anymore. But let's take a look at whatever it is that you've been dealing with for some of you. Now, it could be anything in your life, so I want you to realize it may be romance, a career, whatever it is, it's time for you to release. This is destiny. This is, for some of you, you call it serendipity, but this is a destined event, meaning it is a 360 cycle that you're going through. You have to start it and you have to complete it in order to move forward. So you may be receiving information from somebody that's going to help you actually accomplish whatever it is. It is on your chart to go through this cleansing cycle. So take advantage of that, because it is going to help you as you move forward. Now we have the card of Lovers. So some of you, it is a choice between a person, a situation, or something around you that may have caused you to stop and reflect on it. You know, with that ending card. This is about you making a conscious decision based on your logic and your emotions. This is the combination of the divine feminine and divine masculine coming into a place of balance in order to remove anything that harms us or move forward into something that we understand is better for us. So let's see what's going on. In like some of you, this is a twin flame coming back around, I guarantee it. Because those twin flames, they're the ones that trigger us to see there's a gap, okay? There's a gap. Why do I feel and they don't? Why do they think and I don't? So there's a gap, and that gap represents inside of you, and that's what they do. They trigger us to be able to close the gap. So let's see where you're moving into throughout these next 2 weeks. That one flew across the floor. We have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is a beautiful place after we've reached this coming together we become the emperor, the empress. Now, the emperor is great in the sense that they understand what works and what doesn't work. So you're going through a process where you're going to start weeding out anything or anyone that doesn't work. You've already dealt with it. You already know whether this job, whether this particular career, whether this avenue, this path direction is for you. And you know what works. So you can be a little bit stubborn at this point in time as well. And yes, that is part of the 360 cycle. Absolutely. The emperor, being in control, allowing things in a healthy emperor, allowing things to complete on their own. And we have the Princess of Cups. So some of you have an absolute partner getting ready to come in. And that might be why you had to go through this process. This may be the love of your life. With this Princess of Cups, this is about opening up to love and saying, yeah, I want this. Taking a risk on love again after all that you've been through. With the ending, there is absolutely the positive and negative and everything from one side to the other. So from the darkness all the way to the light and bringing everything down in the middle, that's what gets us centered, and you're going to be there. So let's take a little bit more look at the detail on this. Now, some of you, this could be a job. It may be with a government entity, some type of an authoritative with this emperor, an authoritative agency that will be hiring you and giving you this offer. If this is a person, this is an offer of love saying, hey, I like you. I want to get to know you. Okay, let's see what it is. We have the card of patience, and temperance is exactly that, and it can take a very long time. So temperance is saying you've been waiting. Please pay attention to all the synchronicities around you. For this group of you, you might be seeing a lot of actual numbers, some symbols around you. You may be seeing names and things like this, and I'm talking about a street name, and then it turns out to be an actual company, but you keep seeing that name over and over, not even recognizing it's part of your future. This is about you waiting patiently to come together with this new emperor offer. Whoever or whatever this person is, they may be a Sagittarius, they could be Pisces is in this. You may be dealing with a fellow Pisces, but we have Sagittarius, we have Taurus, we have Capricorn energy, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Now we have the Eight of Swords, so be very careful. You might be thinking a little bit negative because it does take a really long time to do this. Now I just did another reading where they too were in a place of being stuck. So check out your moon and rising sign as well. And the three of them is really that's how I've always done it, because we are not one zodiac sign. We are comprised of multitude. But with this, we want to make sure that you do not get stuck and trapped like you did in the past, or like you may fear. This is about fear. Is this ever going to happen? Is this person real in what they're telling you? This is mental restrictions, not being able to see the truth in whoever or whatever is coming at you. But because this is a detail card, Pisces, this is what you dealt with. So this is almost a test for you to recognize, no, focus on this side, the light and the goodness. Focus on the positive. We live in a world that pulls us into a negative place, sucks us right down into the earth. We have magnetizing in the earth's core, and we're meant to stay here on earth, and that's why we don't fly off into space. So with that, we feel the pull in our mind and our emotions and our physical body, and that affects the core of who we are. So let's take a look at whatever message they want you to focus on as you roll into the month of August. The Nine of Cups. A wish being granted. Do not fear what's coming. If this is something you've been asking for, I want the love of my life. I want the job of my life. They're saying you cannot be in both, okay? This Eight of Swords is going to lock you in a place where you will not see this. So you have a choice to make. Do you want to stay in the darkness? Do you want to stay in the light? You literally are going to decide how you move forward through the month of August and forward into the next year, into 2020. Do I stay stuck in the old, or do I open up and say, okay? If you're dealing with an emperor as a person, or in any situation, even a boss, a romance, it doesn't matter what type of situation. If you're dealing with somebody, you may be fearing that they are one of those two, and you're being tested to figure it out. So follow your intuition, and remember, you must be in balance in order to get the results that you want. Let's pull an advice card for you, and then we're going to pull romance. All right, you have the card of patience. And again, they're saying be patient. This journey is not easy. Sometimes we go through the same process over and over and over where we feel like we are just sitting there for a year. And we may very well be, but our body, our mind, our subconscious may be weeding out exactly what you're going through here. It takes a lot of time to create a brand new relationship, especially to let go of all the pain from somebody that has nothing to do with this emperor back here. So the choice is yours. Let's see what they want for romance. Engagement. You might be fearing the engagement because of situations that happened with this emperor in the past. Engagement means, engagement means moving to a higher level. And wherever you're at today, this is moving forward. This is progress. So is the Nine of Cups. So you have a lot of progress, but it is absolutely going to be your choice. Take your time when you're making your choice. Do you want to hold on to the past, the negative? Or do you want to release the negative and pull the joy and the happiness so that you can move forward into something that was meant for you? Sometimes we get involved with people, with careers and situations that have no real bearing on who we are. But we have to go through that experience. Maybe it's for more money. Maybe it's because they offered us something different. They were different. They had that vibe that we were looking for. This is beautiful. It truly is. So just do your meditation and relax and make the right choice for you. Have an amazing day. Much love.